Okay.
Very good.
All right. Lisa Faulkner here with Kara Liggins and Sydney Peterson. Very tough game. We knew Fresno was going to come in and have a ton of energy. They did. They pressed us for 40 minutes and kept it close. We led the whole way, but they were, they went on runs on us, but it was very nice for us to finish that out. We just played them a couple weeks ago, so to do our job defensively and be able to finish this one is great, and we get a chance at Azusa tomorrow.
Hi, Coach. Soren O'Connell here with Penguin Radio. So when we talk about Fresno Pacific women's basketball, we talk about a team that takes a lot of threes, takes and makes a lot of threes. But you guys actually ended up taking one more and making one more than they did in this game. So knowing that this was going to be their game plan, what kind of preparations did you have, and what different strategies worked for you in this game to limit that kind of offense?
Yeah, I mean, all week we talked about just our transition defense. That's where they get a lot of threes. They like to push tempo, and 1 and 3 and 30, that's where they get their opportunities. And so it's been what we preached all season of just sprinting back, figuring out who we're guarding and getting out there and getting the hand up. And I thought for the most part we did a good job of that. One had a great game, a senior playing with a sense of urgency, but we did our job for the most part.
Ethan Estrada, Penguin Radio. I'll open up this question to the entire panel. You guys are coming in on a very long win streak. Do you think that gives you guys confidence, especially going to play the number 1 seed Azusa Pacific tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, the win streak is just all about, Coach always says, we didn't start the season off completely like we wanted it to be, but we all bought into the system and we kept going and we kept believing. And so the win streak is just a product of that. And Azusa is always a game that we get up for. We are 0-2 in the regular conference season, so I mean that's the most exciting game to get to play in for the 3rd time.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I think, Coach always says we have to be playing our best basketball in March. And like Sydney said, unfortunately we didn't start the season the way we wanted to, but we're rolling right now, and the confidence is really helping us out.
Coach Forrest Hunt from Penguin Radio. We all know that March is different. You guys were in this position last year. Unfortunately, just fell 1 win short. What have you learned from that and taken into the tournament this year? Just forgetting about the regular season and focusing on March.
Yeah, we talk all the time about, just like Kara said, peaking in March. This is where teams play with a sense of urgency, and we only have 2 seniors, so it's a little different, but everybody on this team is coming back outside of our 2 freshmen, and so they know what it's like to be in tournament play. They know what it takes. We're not going to surprise Azusa tomorrow. We might have last year. They're going to be ready for us, but we're a completely different team than when we played them early in the season, and even in January, I think it was one of our last losses. We lost to them in Hawaii Pacific, and so it should be fun tomorrow. I think you never know what's going to happen this time of year. If you're playing really good basketball and you're defending and rebounding, you always have a chance.
Coach Soren O'Connell again with Penguin Radio. Talked a little bit about Azusa Pacific just now, and when you say Azusa Pacific, I can't help but think of Laura Pranger. What's the game plan tomorrow with limiting her effectiveness?
Yeah, I mean, it's not just her, it's the Hansons and Bosley, and, they got a lot of firepower and a lot of length, and so, it'll be a fun matchup with Grace on her. That's 2 very long, athletic kids going at each other, and we'll see. I think they're a little bit different than other teams in our conference just with their size, and they've been playing some zone, and so for us, we're going to keep preaching, defending, getting out to the 3-point line, making sure we're contesting every shot and boxing out, and we'll see what happens.
Ethan Estrada again. It seemed like Fresno Pacific was playing really close the entire time until you guys finally were able to pull away in those last about 7 minutes. What do you think clicked offensively to help you guys?
I think a lot of our momentum on offense comes from defense. There in the first half and a little bit in the 3rd quarter, we were letting them get O boards, which was not working out well for us. So to turn it around on defense and then finally get the ball in transition and set up some of our plays and just execute them well, I think that's what it was.
I think, Fresno was ready for our starting five to come through, and I think our bench was really big tonight. Izzy Turk hit some really big threes for us. Haley hit some big threes, was rebounding like crazy like she always does. So, it was a total team effort tonight.
Great job, Sea Lions. We'll see you here tomorrow. It could be a great matchup.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.